Hi, and welcome to 67.8 megahertz ASMR. My name's Summer. It's not my real name, but I wanted to use this name for this YouTube channel because my favorite season is summer, and today's video is going to be all about summer. So I've noticed that people who don't like hot weather over cold weather seem to prefer winter over summer, and I totally get that. Sometimes the scorching heat can really be bothersome, but I still really love summer, and I'll just go right into my reasons why. Why do I love summer? Well, I don't easily get gloomy in the summer. I've had problems with depression and burnout several times. They come and go. It's like a routine now. I've noticed that they mostly come when it's cold or when there is a serious lack of sunlight. The last home I lived in, there was a building like right in front of the window, and it would just block out all the sunlight. So whenever I came home, it would mostly be dark and chilly almost all the time. And that actually made me feel less cheerful. So from then on, I knew that weather clearly affected my mood. And I'm a person who lives in a world of endless thoughts. Sometimes I feel like my thoughts are eating me alive, and if you're a huge thinker like me, it might not be a good idea to live in dark, dim spaces, because being in that dark, chilly place made me delve deeper into my thoughts. And some of those thoughts consisted of worries and anxieties, so I would be like in this vicious circle of negativity. On the flip side, the good part about being a thinker is you have so many good and beautiful thoughts as well. So if you're a person who is affected by weather and the amount of sunlight you get, it's a good idea to consider this factor when finding a new place to live in. The house I'm living in now has like a clear, open view. So every morning when the weather is sunny, I get a full blast of sunlight. And especially in the summer, there's a lot of sunlight and physical warmth. I love that feeling. It makes me feel more energetic, and it just boosts my spirits. Everything is so full of life in the summer. Even the bugs and insects and plants, everything is brimming with life. And that feeling of life goes right into my body. And I feel it with all my senses. And for a person who thinks a lot, it's nice to feel alive rather than just think you're alive, and that's why it's hard for me to get gloomy in the summer. I just feel more alive. Now, the second reason I like summer is rain. This will probably differ depending on which country or region you're living in. Where I'm at, summer is the season with the most rain, and I like rain. More specifically, the sound of rain. I don't think I actually like cloudy weather because I'm fond of sunlight, but I really, really love the sound of rain, and it's been raining a lot recently, so I've recorded a lot of rain sounds. The pattering and dripping sounds of water droplets are just so soothing and relaxing. Rain is my favorite white noise. It's like natural, organic background music, and it helps me fall asleep. And I also love the sound of thunder. It just feels so grand and majestic, and it's like the calling of nature. The sound contrast between rain and thunder is amazing. The relatively soft, light rain droplets compared to the heavy, strong beats of thunder. When you hear them together, it's such a beautiful sound. And then the third reason I like summer is horror movies, but I always freak out when watching them. And yet, I've always loved the horror genre since I was a kid. Back then, I would read a lot of horror books, and then later on, I would pick up the habit of watching horror movies. And for some reason, summer goes so well with horror. There's like this stark contrast between hot weather and cold chills running down your spine. Like, it's so hot and searing, and you're sweating like mad, but then at some point, you can't tell if the sweat is from the heat or from fear. And then you get goosebumps all over your skin. I think I love contrast. For some reason, contrasts are just so vivid and strong and vibrant. There's energy and sparks in contrast, and everything gets so much more fun and interesting when there's two sides of things. And these things tend to boost my mood. They just make me feel more alive. I thought about the reason why I love horror so much. I've always had an interest in fear, the basic human instinct for survival. I think fear is two-sided because one, because of fear you choose not to do things. You try to make a plausible and safe choice rather than the harder, more dangerous one. Fear can protect you, but sometimes can hold you back from doing certain things. But on the other hand, it's fear that knows what you want deep inside, and it tells you of the risk for certain choices. I think fear shows you all the different possibilities you can choose from, and the choice is really always up to you. So ironically, fear opens your eyes and even doors to new possibilities that you might not have even thought of before. And horror is like the medium to stimulate your innermost fears. Horror touches on a lot of the deepest things in your life, and that in turn opens up so many possibilities. So I like to dive into my mind and try to confront my fear. It's hard, but this process really clears up my mind and put things into perspective. And I really get to know about myself and what I really want. And now moving on to the fourth reason I like summer, it's clothes. I'm a fan of light, comfortable clothes. Although I like layering my clothes, it's still great not having to think a lot about what clothes to wear, considering you wear less clothes in the summer. I just wear like an easy t-shirt and some breezy shorts, or sometimes a flowy breathable dress. And cushiony sandals, definitely, so I don't have to think about what color socks to wear, which can be tricky sometimes. Also, I especially love linen, and summer is like the best time to wear them. I love the texture of linen. I know linen can be rough and a bit scratchy sometimes, but I've always felt they were the mix of light and firm. I think it doesn't wrap over your body like cotton does. Since it's pretty firm, there's space between your body and the clothing, and the fabric is light. I really like skin-tight clothes in the summer, so linen is just perfect for me. And I love frozen desserts in the summer. I love the feeling of that cold, delicious taste of heaven in my mouth when it's blazing hot. It's so appealing and like a total breath of fresh air. Summer is like the peak of my humongous frozen dessert appetite. From ice cream, to popsicles, to sorbet, to frozen yogurt, and to cream puffs. I just love them all. Just saying them makes me feel so hungry. The list goes on and on. Summer is indeed a magical season. Since I like summer so much, I sometimes imagine going to the southern hemisphere in the winter so I could enjoy summer twice. I wonder if you feel the same about summer, and I'm curious what your favorite season is. Thank you for listening to this video, and I hope you all the best. This was Summer from 67.8 megahertz ASMR. Bye everyone.